Hello everyone, Pally here, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance II.
It's starting to stink.
There's been a murder in town. No one knows who did it. Well, I do.
Where's that damn gravedigger?
And chat does. This person, right here, Alina, fuck, she was named.
I hope someone pays for a requiem mass.
Okay, listen. She was yelling at Ed. Ed wasn't even doing anything, and she literally started chasing after him and shooing him. Ed's the best boy.
Starting to good day.
And then, moments later, the plague struck her. This guy was right here, and he didn't see anything, funny enough. May God protect her soul!
Where's that damn gravedigger?
Hey, bud, good to see you again. Get out. What? I swear to God, this guy is so nice to me. He might have some kind of disorder.
Show me your wares.
Sometimes we're best friends, and I walk in, and he tells me about where his secret loot is. Other times I walk in here, and he looks like he's seen a ghost, and he wants me to leave. I have made a fair bit of money. We're up to 585 gold right now, and I wanted to show you exactly how I've been doing that. Brewing up these chamomile brews. I have perks in Alchemy now that allow me to make perfect concoctions, and when I do, I make 6 at a time. So I've just been gathering the herbs all around town, coming in here to the vendors, and every few days their inventory seems to reset, or they get a new shipment of gold, or they do some trades, or whatever the actual implication is. And I have made a pretty good killing.
Talk about
no pun intended. No plague puns intended. This is my offer.
I agree.
Thank you.
So I've been selling to that guy, and I even bought bandages from him. And then there's an alchemy store right over here in town that I've been selling to as well. This is my little alchemy hut. And I made another discovery last night. We were streaming, and me and Ed just kind of went out and went hunting for like an hour and a half, trying to figure out how to provide food for ourselves, live off the land. I made some important discoveries. I'll share with you later about that. You got to be careful what you're hunting out there. But it turns out herbs and meat alike can be dried at this drying rack in my little alchemy stall. And then once they're dried, it seems to last for a really, really long time. So I have a bunch of food ready to go for our adventure today. I'll probably make a little bit more gold selling off of those chamomile potions. I don't really need them. One thing I did do, though, is invest a little bit of our money at this alchemy place. He sold a book of marigold concoctions. And it turns out that the marigold concoctions are what we can use to heal ourselves. So I have 56 of those ready to go. Made them at pretty good quality as well. We should be off to a pretty good start today. Well, it looks like the gravedigger finally came over and cleaned up that mess. That's good. This is a nice, respectable town, and we need to keep it that way. I'll be back later. The plague might spread some more. They need to be careful. They need to be careful. Our goal for today's video is to go learn a little bit about becoming a blacksmith. Now, those of you that played the first game know that good old Henry, his papa, was a renowned smith. He even had a joke in one of our recaps that it was a great way of keeping his shoulders on his head and still making a living. So I figured we have two options to get into this wedding. One is helping a blacksmith, and one was helping the miller. Now, I feel like I'm already going to have a leg up in the competition if I go with what my family was known for. So that's the plan for today. We're going to a new town. We're going to try to learn a new skill and have some adventures along the way. Oh, now this looks like the forge. Hello. How are you? God grant you health too. I hope you're enjoying God's day. Oh, he's bellowing the fire and everything. Well, I'm here about the job.
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. What do they call you?
Henry.
I'm
Henry.
Radman. You should know, Henry, that blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
Yeah. I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Well, let's get started.
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge.
Why didn't you start with that? Maybe he was hoping I showed up with my own tools. So this is his chest over here. I have a feeling he's going to be in for a very rude awakening. Is steel made out of iron? I'm just going to take everything. I'm going to assume that's what he wanted me to do. Okay. Do I start... Oh, right here? Hunting sword. Okay. The hunting sword is a faithful companion of every hunter or poacher. So, chat. We learned what poaching is last night when we were out hunting. It turns out, all these spots that are like, row hunting. Oh, come shoot deer here. We love shooting deer. I noticed every piece of deer meat I had in my inventory was counting as stolen. These are the king's deer, and if you hunt them, that's poaching. Turns out if you dry the meat, you unpoach it.
I want to see how
Hey!
you fare.
Oh, I thought he wanted something. Yeah, okay, I'll get started. Yeah. So, word to the wise. Be careful out there. So, I have a recipe. It's going to require 2 steel, 1 scrap metal, and a fastening material. And it looks like we have all of that here.
Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up. But try poking it around for a bit.
Okay, so we just bring it onto the fire.
Now
We get them to mingle a little bit.
hot. There's a lever above it. Give it a pull. It works better.
Hey, here we go. So I imagine we want this super heated so we can smack the crap out of it. Oh, and look at it. The blade is starting to glow. Nice.
But you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out.
Okay. I mean, I feel like I can see it, but hold F for inspection. It's not evenly heated at all.
The straw color we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat up the whole thing.
Yes! I've got talent by holding down a bellow.
Come over to the anvil.
Okay, I'm gonna check this out one more time. I can't inspect it. I'm so on rails. That looks good though.
Get the hang of it.
Move the workpiece and
Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times.
okay, I'm gonna start at this end. Do I have to do this? So normally what
See the
blacksmiths do...
sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are.
Okay, I was gonna say, what blacksmiths normally do is you have to get a rhythm with bringing the hammer down and then the repulsion of that. So as your hammer bounces back up in the air, you need to use that momentum
Hurry it up a bit.
to do your next strike again. So there's actually a cool rhythm to blacksmithing that you have to get down. I don't know if that's in this game. Okay, heavy strike.
What is it? Look, if you're tired, I don't
Shut
think
the fuck
this is
up!
for you.
How long do you want me to hold this down, bud? Try to strike as hard as I can. I feel like I am.
What is it? You're not tired, are you?
No, I'm...
It's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other.
That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to start at the top and then work my way down. This is holding the heat from the
Very
forge
nice.
really well.
You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side.
Yeah, I have two sides too, and one of them brings the plague. Rotate the workpiece. Oh,
Nice. Now try forging it on both
is Henry
sides.
whistling because I have the rhythm right?
Being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway.
The closer you are to completing, the closer to the shape of the piece of metal resembles. This looks like a sword to me. Keep forging until it cools off. Oh, I see. So I can still keep the rhythm, but put more energy behind it. Ah. This is kind of fun. All right, in between episodes, I'm going to become a master blacksmith like my papa. Probably not overnight.
It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time.
Gotcha.
Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before.
No problem. I could definitely do that. Okay, holding down the bellows. Do you think you can teach me how to make a mace? I'd really like to start practicing with one. Oh, that took color nicely.
Heat it up now, so come over to the anvil. See that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. Well struck. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you.
What's that?
Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easy. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the... There you go. You've got it finished.
Sometimes I'll whistle to myself, so I was right.
And the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
So he's happy with our work. Now he put it in oil, right? So it cools down. Oh. Why are we reheating it, bud? All right, let's see our work. Now, a hunting blade isn't, necessarily the finest thing we could craft. In fact, that's what we were using in combat for a long time, and we sucked. This one does seem to have decent damage on it, but maybe we did okay.
Right. Let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
Papa was a good man.
Happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
So, I'm going to run out this dialogue because I think it gives us speech increases. But I feel good. Thank you.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things.
What?
And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Did he just adopt us? Oh, Rodavant, thank you.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right, here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.
Oh, should I have literally, I mean, okay, hold on. There's no should or should not, for the record, because this is an open world game. And I know this is one of our starting quests, too. Like, I get that. But is this how I was supposed to make all of my money? Because I didn't do that. I sold potions. I'm a master alchemist. I wonder how this gets me into the wedding. Whoa. Oh. He has a big variety of stuff he's selling. You don't think he makes, armor, do you? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, farmer's horseshoes. So all I need is scrap metal for it, which he already gave me. Horseshoes are the result of the efforts of a novice blacksmith. The rider will hardly feel the acceleration of a horse in these, so it makes the riding a smoother experience. Lightweight axe designed for work in the woods or on the farm. An invaluable tool for all woodcutters, but also for angry people who don't have a better weapon on hand. That's exactly how I've used one. I can see why these would be easy for us to make. The axe itself is just a very small piece of metal connected to a handle. And the horseshoe, as long as we can get the U right, I imagine that's most of the work done. I don't even think I did a good job. That doesn't... I don't know. I think that's the most satisfying part. New Papa? Can you tell... New Papa, can you tell me about the more interesting job now? I hammered out an axe. I hammered out a U.
It's about those two idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Semine, and they never came back.
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up, and especially the cargo. Go to Semine and find out what the bloody hell happened.
Well, what way did they go? They went to Semine. Pay attention. That's southwest of here. We all know that. Although maybe they took a specific road. Maybe we do need to know that.
Have you any idea which way they might have gone? I could have a look along the way. Maybe their cart broke down or something.
There's only one road to Semine that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Truskovitz, and then to the south. But I've got a bad feeling they got up to no good in Semine.
Their names are Vinsa and Franzi.
Those two hands of yours, Venser and Franzi, what can you tell me about them?
Can't tell you much. They're wandering laborers. I don't think they wanted to stay here with me for long, but these days I can use all the help I can get.
Were they suspicious in any way?
No, they worked hard. They ain't no slackers. And I can't say that about everyone.
What were they pulling? What was their cargo?
What was the cart carrying?
Bugger and bollocks. All sorts of stuff. I'd say Lord Semine wants to rearm his garrison with new equipment. There were some hunting swords, bastard swords, crossbow bolts. I also fixed the trigger on young Semine's crossbow. And some kitchen stuff. Sacks of charcoal, all sorts of things. There's a good month's work in that cartload.
Oh. All right, new papa. I'll go look for him.
All right. I'll get right on it then.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools drunk, kick their asses for me.
Gladly. I'll kick some sobriety into them.
Oh, wait a minute. Are we about to get that hand-to-hand skill up we were just talking about? Oh, all right. I'll be back. Thank you. All right. We got a big day ahead of us, Ed. New Papa's counting on us. We can't let him down. Now, hi. Now, he said he thinks they went straight to Semine. And this is clearly the road he was talking about. So we would go south towards our the plague town, and then southwest by this encampment. Okay.
Pleasant day.
Let's get moving. I'm going to do my due diligence. If there's a cart on the road, we'll help them. Let's not assume the worst right away. Even though I don't think Papa really liked these guys much. The road all the way to Plague Town was cleared. No carts damaged. No one stranded. And I got to enjoy God's beautiful sunrise on the way. This was pretty peaceful. I think I'm going to go steal Rebecca again. And we'll make the second leg of the trip a little faster. You can't just buy Rebecca now? Well, technically Rebecca's owner is dead, so I should be Rebecca's owner anyway. But, I mean, this is free. What do we got here? Where are you heading? Rebecca, don't leave. It doesn't look like a ton of blacksmith's tools.
Don't be with you. You must be parched. What say you have a drink with us?
Just look up. God be with you too. He's providing. I don't think these are the guys we're looking for. Well, we made great time getting over here. I didn't see our boys stranded on the road.
Whoa, whoa.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Yes?
Thank you. Appreciate you. You go on home. You know the way, right? It's just up the road.
Don't
See you
cause
later.
any trouble. Got it?
Yeah, sure, bud. Maybe you shouldn't cause trouble by just, making assumptions about me. Maybe that's not good for your health. Wait, I can insult him.
Yeah. Leave me alone.
Bah, just you wait.
Shut the fuck up. So, where's your guy's tavern?
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Hey! You alright there, laddie?
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as late as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Semine is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna serve you either.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck what you fray. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Yarko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that.
Nice swing, you slow-ass punk. Let's do it. I've been waiting for an opportunity like this.
Didn't expect that.
Come on, just swing at me. Come on, bud.
What's that?
Ah, you were so close. I'm gonna kick you right in the dick.
Come on.
I hit you on the same side. You got a block on your right. Watch this, though. Solid hit. This is not a fair competition. I'm not in, like, plate mail, but I'm in armor. I'm gonna grapple him. You're not blocking!
Come on. Oh, you wee blasted!
In the devil's name is fucking going on here?
Self-defense, officer. I swear to God.
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the foot.
Is he talking about Noah?
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad, hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
What about that way?
Who in God's name are you?
I'm Henry.
Henry. The Takeoff Blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do.
What's that?
Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Semine's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Arabia.
We'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to
It's
get
raining in
3
your
pigs ready
house.
for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone. What we bought only last week.
Enter!
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, Blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us!
Okay, I'm going to assume he's just a little stressed out. Everyone has outbursts. We're only human.
Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
There was supposed to be one road.
I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
sir.
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced, and your son...
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir. So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Yeah. I'm glad to join you.
Yeah. I'll be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon we can't manage on our own?
No.
What?
No. That's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking your pizzle.
Stop
By the
yanking.
way, the fellas at the gate say you came here on foot.
Yeah, I did.
Christ above. And how are you going to ride with us? On the back of my saddle? You're a bit big for that, ain't ya?
Well, actually,
And I'm a bit
I
too
rode
old.
Rebecca over here. Could I borrow a horse?
You got a stud farm here, don't you? Couldn't I borrow one of your horses?
Aye. And then we'd never see hide nor hair of you, nor the animal again. We don't lend horses. But you're in luck. Our groom brought in a grey nag not long ago. Tell him you've got to ride out with us, and he'll give it to you for a decent price.
All right. Thanks.
Well, that should be that. Unless you've got any more questions.
I don't know why everyone just expects the worst of me, but maybe there's just a lot of terrible people out here. No, let's get going, bud. I'm ready.
No, that's all. But we should get going.
My thoughts exactly. Off to the courtyard, then.
What can I do for you?
I heard you had a cheap horse.
Would you happen to have a cheap horse for sale?
Well, I sell quite a few horses here, but by the looks of you, you must be talking about that grey nag, eh? But all she's good for are sausages. That old bitch won't let anybody touch her. I was already suspicious when that traveller sold her.
That's what's in the sausage?
He found her running about near the Rock Tower Pond.
Grey. Oh.
Wait! Is that my horse?
Someone found her by the Rock Tower Pond. That's where we were ambushed. That's my horse. That's Pebbles.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yours? I bought it fair and square. I admit, it was only for a few groschen from some suspicious lad who found it down by the Rock Tower Pond, but that horse is not branded, so it belongs to me now.
It belongs to you now. Take a good look at me. Look how noble and clean I am. Come on, man. Come on.
Do I look like someone who needs a free nag?
Well, no, I suppose you don't.
And do you think it's a good idea to make someone like that angry? For a few measly coins?
There you go, now we're talking.
Fine. You can have her, bloody miser. Go and get her then. If she remembers you, she might even come when you whistle for her.
Oh, I got an achievement. I found Pebble.
Serve you well.
Nice. We don't have to take Rebecca away from her home anymore.
I'm ready to set out, sir.
All right. Stay close to us and don't go wandering off.
All right, let's do it.
As you say, sir.
Why did I have to dismount for that? Hey, Pebbles. Good to see you. Oh, sorry. Come on, Ed.
Crosscovitz ain't far, but it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
Oh, no.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry. Soon as he set foot on the court.
And I didn't even do anything. What? God's honest truth. Henry? Does he not know who Henry is? Is that what he just said? Oh, yes.
Got your tongue?
Yep.
I can understand that. So how did this little brawl of yours end up?
Young Henry here.
I beat the shit out of him. I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
You'd have to get up early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk as to give Henry an easy fight.
Look here, lad. If you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old man like myself.
Are we gonna fight? Yeah. No. Yes.
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see. There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
I get to fight an old man.
If you'll excuse me, I'll explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
Of course.
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Semine. It'll be an honorable fight, so you better act accordingly.
No problem.
Hold on a mo. I'll give you some gear for it.
What are you giving me?
What weapon will you give me?
What would you like?
Oh, a mace? Do you have a mace?
A mace?
Well, that might not be too far off. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick, but it's my stick, so careful with it.
Understood, sir.
Captain.
Save the thanks, and get your arse into the pen.
I thought we were going to have fisticuffs, not actually using a mace. Are you sure you want me hitting your lord in the head? Maybe I'll just use my bronze sword because it does significantly more damage. Like, a lot. Like, double. But I got a mace out of this.
So, young'un, are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
How did he block a... Oh, my God. How did he block above his head when he wasn't covering it? You're good, sir. You're really good. You attack quickly. He doesn't seem to care about about anything that I'm doing. Hold on, I'm drinking a health potion. I noticed the health potion isn't healing. Oh, it is. Okay, we're good. Focus up. I can do this. He's an old man. I can do this. This old man has so much stamina. That is ridiculous. Yes! Walk it out, walk it out, walk it out, walk it out. I'm not going to do any war cries. Good hit, good hit, good hit. You weren't blocking, sir. Not blocking again, sir. Left, right. Oh, God.
Then.
He faked me the fuck out on that one. I thought that one was coming from my head. He is in full plate, so, I mean, he's not feeling much of this, right? I'm not going to start some international shit if I hurt him too much, right? Plague Town's already losing a lot of people. I don't know if they could stand to lose anyone else. Good hit.
Corva, I'm wounded.
Are you?
Come on, then.
Maybe we should stop doing this then, sir. Maybe it's time to stop. Okay, hold on, dude. Hold on. You're getting the gnarly club now. Can I swap this out really fast? No. No!
What do you say, son?
He did great.
You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
Yeah, you are.
True. And you handled this too, sir. Anyways, you can keep
you're
that
so
old
spry.
junk, Henry. Even my cudgel. But take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood, but he saved my arse more than once.
I will, Captain.
I wonder if I can come back here and spar with people now. I got a mace out of the deal. And I made this guy feel good about his fighting capabilities. That's a win-win.
I needed that. It's good to stretch the limbs every now and again. Don't worry about losing, lad. You've got some talent, I can tell. You should come to the courtyard, and Gnarly here will give you a good education in the art of the sword.
Oh, here we go.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come, Henry. We've got a nice arena in Semine. It ain't no abandoned pig pen.
You can't always choose your battleground, Gnarly. Whether it's a pig pen or an arena in Karlstein, it's the performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trotsky.
I'm from Silver Scallops, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the war.
I don't flee from a fight, sir. I have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
And a plague spread.
Revenge for what happened back home? That usually doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl, build a cottage, and visit the church and the tavern in turn. There's no helping the dead anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad. Better to go and see a bit of the world. You're doing the right thing.
I noticed this last night, right before we pulled out for our hunting adventure. That guy hanged right there is the one we turned in for the attempted murder of Pavlina. They fucking hung him. Sir, are we sure we want to stop in this town?
My God, these furry mutts.
So, we're in Troskowitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should do it.
No!
If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
I understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
And Henry, not a word about me. Are we clear?
Yes, sir. As if we've never met.
About who? Since you're not here, how could I speak of you?
That's what I like to hear. Now run along.
That guy is so charming. Even though he beat the snot out of me and then rubbed it in. I have a bad history of running in with the guards in this town. I hope that doesn't come back to haunt me here when we're talking to the bailiff. Is there any soup on today, Mr. Bailiff? Oh, in fact, there is. I'll just help myself. I can't figure out why the bailiff doesn't like me. Hello, sir. You seen a cart anywhere?
Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yeah, that's
My
me.
new papa.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did, a few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening so fast, they were dropping sacks of charcoal.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia on the road to Yichin. And you're looking for them?
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods for Semine on that cart, and I can do without that kind of trouble now, on account of the wedding, you know?
Yeah.
It seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, Master Bailiff.
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all. Although
didn't know
not
that.
everyone sees eye to eye with me. Lord Semine would be happier if I paid all the bills and left all the decisions up to him. Who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything. It's not like I have a burning desire to deal with it, but if I'm going to pay for it...
I understand. But isn't it just that the groom's family is more concerned about these things?
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. It's because Lord Semine is a noble and I'm just a commoner. Only I've got coin. While he's trying to keep the wolf from the door in that piddling estate of his.
You should bear some of the burden for the wedding. It's the gathering of your two families. It's the right thing to do.
You ought to calm down, Master Bailiff. That kind of talk can stir things up.
You're right, of course. It just makes me mad, though.
I understand. Do you know anything about Radovan's hired hands?
Only what I've told you. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind if they never turned up again.
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises them, but I know people. That pair have mischief in their eyes. I can tell.
All right, that's all. Thank you.
That'll be all. Thanks.
I don't know who took that soup, but you got a little soup missing back here. Just wanted to keep you up to speed.
Well then, young man, how did it go?
They drove towards Apollonia, which is east of here. I didn't betray you to the bailiff. I'm going to say that first.
I didn't say a word about you, sir.
There's a good lad. And what about the cart?
I was just getting on his good
Spotted
side.
here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
So to Yichin? The bastards. And what about my goods?
Oh, they were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving scum. Let's hurry. To Yichin.
Sir, I can send a message to the Yichin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
Won't you
I don't know if royalty should be a noble. I don't know if a noble should be running all over the countryside. East of here can be dangerous.
I'll take Yichin any time. Besides,
Oops, sorry, sir.
There's a nice inn along the way.
Oops, sorry, Pebbles.
We can spend the night there.
I remember that place. But I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the two of us set foot inside the door.
Oh, gnarly, that was 15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even still standing.
Some people have a hard time letting go.
Still, We'd better keep our eyes peeled. They might not have gone to Yitchin. They could have turned off somewhere. Or something could have happened. They might have been ambushed, maybe.
Will you give over with that? I'll bet my braves they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome, if that old dive is still standing. Let's go, then.
I like these guys. I've spent so long in this game by myself. Well, you know, with Ed. That it's nice to have company around. Have a little banter on the road.
So, St. Anthony, which way now?
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road, Gnarly. And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go.
Okay, off to the left, can do. Investigate the area of the crossroads by the cemetery. Well, I see a cart, sir. Investigation complete, sir. Any goods? Maybe like loose iron, horseshoes, swords, something that may have fallen off the back of a cart.
A sack of charcoal? That could have fallen off the cart.
It could have. Is that my only clue? Sir, I've solved the mystery!
You found anything, lad?
There's a sack of charcoal lying in the ditch.
Is that my
left of
hat?
The road. The bailiff said they were driving like the devil, so maybe it fell from the cart.
Oh, that makes sense. To the left it is, then. Gnarly! Back here!
I like how we're tracking them. This is cool.
I just hope we find the horses, too. Yarmilka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
A nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these parts.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every lowborn with a bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
Economics, sir. Always.
That's the change in the economical situation, sir. The burghers have more rights, and they make smart use of them. They put their coin to work for them. They've got shops, baths, inns, mills, while the nobles sit waiting until Jack from Backwater Hamlet brings them 3 groschen in taxes on St. Gallus's Day.
You're right there. Only Jack hasn't even got 3 groschen these days. None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one. Not Wenceslas or Sigismund. Oh, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house and home.
Maybe I'll be king one day, sir. Maybe, just maybe.
Oh, hold up. This is strange. I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
I'm blind as a mole, sir. But it's all peculiar, right enough. Where the hell could that cart have vanished to?
Well, that's just it. They had nowhere to turn off.
I'll look up the road a bit. And you, Henry, have a look back along the road. Maybe it fell in a ditch somewhere. Who knows?
Very well, sir.
We're not very far into the forest here. This would be the only way it could go off, right?
Whoa, whoa.
Ah, I think I found it, sir! I think I found it! Ooh, a lot of bugs.
The blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road. Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Can they hear me from there? Oh, you can actually see the tracks for it, too. What a good detail.
Oh, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart.
What is it, boy? What is it, Ed?
Of course, the goods are gone. Bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on, but on foot. My old young milker would only break a leg there.
All right, wait right here, Pebbles.
Something stinks here.
I told you.
And it's not just the rotten food.
On the rampage around here, sir.
Oh, be quiet. We still can't be sure of anything.
You know, my dog could probably sniff him out real fast. He was already alerting to something. That actually spooked me real bad. I'm not even kidding. I thought we were about to be ambushed right there. So my assumption is that these guys are like trading those stolen goods into like a group of bandits or something, or arming a group of bandits or something. I don't think we're walking into a fair fight here.
One time, got my legs stuck in a crevice a bit further on. Trapped there all night I was, shitting myself with fear. It wasn't till morning that the folk from the fortress found me. The whole of Semine was out looking for me.
See, at least you came here as a kid. It's
I hear laughing.
the creeps here.
Why's that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
You'd sing a different tune if you'd had the rope maker's wife as a nanny when you were little. Now she had...
I heard him too, Ed. I heard him too. These old men are blind and deaf.
Goblins and white ladies. Every night we'd gather by the hearth. The old woman would sit at her spinning wheel telling stories. I'll tell you, Captain, there isn't much I'm afraid of. But when that blind old crone was croaking her tales of devils and holes to hell, with the fire crackling and the wind whistling outside the windows and the whirring of the spinning wheel. Oh,
it's true.
Shh. Wait a moment. Do you hear that?
I do.
You
There's
just
somebody
heard
there.
it, huh?
Sure enough.
Let's get closer.
You guys want to get low? Aren't they above us? Guys, I think they're up here. I'm gonna get closer. Oh, I alerted the birds.
Colour, and he definitely weren't hexed. How would you know?
True. You never know what crosses folk have to bear.
Jesus, Honza, don't start again. I'm trying to tell a story for amusement, not listen to your supposedly educated claptrap.
Supposedly.
I'll kill you.
Oh! He saw me! He saw me! Okay, I got a mace.
I'll hack you to ribbons!
Oh, I don't think you will.
Let's see what you can do!
Ow! Maybe you will.
Take that!
I was hoping I could stop him from climbing. Yeah, how's that feel? This isn't gonna be a good fight for you. Maybe. I don't... Maybe it's not gonna be a good fight for me.
Come on!
Now, I think with the mace, if I don't die here, I'm able to actually break his shield if I can continue to hit it. Just fall back. Just fall back. Get him, boy! Get him! Get him! Get him! Fuck me. Fuck me. Every time I fight on a rocky surface, it never fucking works out for me. Not even a little bit.
Trouble to hide it from... I was. Stumbled in it. In the forest chapel by Bodhiran.
I got to jump on him. All right, I have one marksman's bolt and a few crude. I might be able to do some good damage from the vantage point we were at last time before that guy can even get close to me. Now, it may have only been one of the bandits that move in. But either way, it was him.
Don't you think he'd have a better nick?
Did that hit? Hello? I'm over here. Come on over. Hi.
You swine!
I was gonna say, does he not know? That hit. Maybe one more. Nope, 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 nope. Yes, 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 yes. One more. One more. Yes, yes. Hey, hold on. I got the perfect spot. Yes. Take your time. Don't try to figure out how to get around. Nice job. You almost got me. Now, what about your friends over there? Do we care about them? Where did they go, actually? Good fight, bud. Proud of you. Can I get some of those bolts back? They are so expensive. Wait. A skull cap. That's actual armor. That's actual armor. Nice. Oh, did the other two just straight up run? So he was a bandit. I think I was right. I think my assumption was correct.
Oh, this day took it out of me, and no mistake.
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here, and none of them bastards look like the blacksmith's hands. Am I right, Henry?
I never met them.
Hard to say. I've never actually seen them, but I don't think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another good camping spot.
You think this was a patrol?
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assuming the worst. We might have just run into them bandits by chance.
Yeah, well, you were right, as always. Let's go, then. Are you ready, Henry?
Let's do it.
I am. Let's go.
Steal their soup.
I thought we had everything clear, then, sir.
Wait, that's one of them.
To fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We're very outnumbered.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit. You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Sit down, boy.
Make no difference to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker. So now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't saved my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have Goat Ear skin you alive.
Goat looks like he enjoys his job.
You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly. We are going to parley.
Like that time with the Shani, sir?
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
What, me?
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours.
Wow.
Gentlemen, I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over, and I'll let you go.
Oh, you must be from Semine, sir. Well, of course you can have everything back. Just as long as you ask nicely, eh?
Well, that's why we're here to parlay.
Well, how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local.
He's got a crossbow like me!
I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
What are you gaping at? At them!
We're a lot more even now. Maybe not quite. And it looks like the thieves are getting away. All right. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Sick him. I'll get him off you, sir. Wow, that was easy. I'll get him off you, sir. Don't turn around. Wait, I'm taking your armor. Ow! Holy fucking shit! This is why I need armor. This is why I need the night set. This is why I need it. We gotta be able to protect ourselves out here, dude. It's so fucked up out here.
We'll kick your ass!
Stick him!
Come on, then.
Well, the fight's already playing out different. This guy's squaring off with me this time. Ow! Come on. Come on. Ed, I need you! Oh, good hit. Good hit. Sir! Sir, I'm coming out! Hold on, I'll kill this guy real fast. Hey.
Sorry, fucker.
Good hit, sir. Good hit, sir. I'm just gonna block. That's all I'm gonna do here. I'm just scared. They're landing some hits like crazy.
Fuckers. Henry! Hey, Henry! Are you listening?
Yes?
Come here!
I'm here!
What now?
One of them bastards fled into the rocks. Chase him down and bring him back.
Where'd he go?
Did you see which way he went?
No, I had other things on my hands. Besides, you're the one who's supposed to keep watch.
What? Am I?
But they'd taken him captive. What use would he be to us?
Are you deaf? Didn't you hear what they said? They took him captive because he wanted to drive off with the load. They fucked over Radovan, fucked over his lordship, and wanted to fuck over that bandit too. They were in cahoots. Only
Doing
the
a lot of
thief
fucking.
Wanted to rob the thieves.
Uh-huh.
And they deserve the same punishment, if not more.
What punishment can he expect, sir?
And what punishment can he expect? Maybe he'd surrender to me if I could promise him something.
Now listen up, Henry. We don't promise nothing to no scum. Never. He'll most likely get the rope. And if you promise him anything else, you'll be lying. Don't forget, a man's word of honor is what separates a noble from a robber.
I'll go
Of course,
and track
sir.
him then.
Great. Hurry.
Of course, sir.
At least there's something we agree on.
1 second, sir. Take that skull cap. Take these things. These mitts have more armor. Plate legs. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now we're looking more the part. You know, maybe one hit to the head won't kill me now. We'll see. Okay. So, they were lying here, and... Oh, I think I have the key to this chest. They were here, and... Wow. I mean, if I would have run, where would I run to? Ed!
Mert! Why have you got two now?
Crap, I think Ed ran away. We'll find him later. How am I supposed to track these guys? They were on the back of the camp. Grab the sword. I don't know. Where would I run to? Oh. Hey. I found him.
I've got you now, Venser. You've nowhere to run to. Yield.
Well, why the fuck would I? It's just you against me. Besides, if I do yield, it's the rope for me anyway.
You're no match for me, you piece of shit!
One-on-one, yeah. But it must be clear to you that you're no match for me. Even if the noose is waiting for you, it's still a more pleasant death than getting your head smashed in with a rock. And believe me, I'll do it if there's no other way.
Fuck! All right, I'll come with you. But you'll put a word in for me.
I might. As long as you don't try anything.
Promise me.
I won't promise you anything. Now, come on.
Yeah!
Sir.
Excellent. It all worked out quite well in the end. Gnarly will take care of this scum.
What about Gules?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take him with us. I need to have a strong word with him. You did a good job, youngster. You've got heart.
Thank you, sir.
And so you don't say I had you clambering over these rocks for nothing. Here's something for you.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me, you deserved it. And now, let's get that accursed cart back to Semine. Want to ride? We'll go via Troskovitz. We can drop you off there, and you won't have far to Tarkov. You ought to report back to Radovan as soon as possible about what happened with his hands.
Yes, sir, I will.
A ride would be great. My legs are sore.
So is everything else, sir.
Age. Well, let's get going.
You guys are so fucked.
It's all Venser's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the cart to Gills.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
What? That ain't true.
Leave it out, you two. One way or another, you wanted to fuck me over.
Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
A thief robbing a thief? What a world.
I'm still a nobleman, if you don't mind. So I'm not a thief. I'm a robber baron.
A thief's a thief.
Where are you taking us?
To Semine, where his lordship will hear you out and decide what to do with you.
I hope you realise you can't just execute me.
It depends. By right, I should send a plea to some court to decide if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's dear, and ink ain't free either. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily risk it and lop your head off without permission.
I see how the law is respected here.
Ha! Are you yanking my pizzle? You're a fine one to talk about law.
Good one, sir.
What will happen to us?
Well, you're gonna die. Yeah.
What do you think? If they'll execute a nobleman, they won't think twice about a hired hand or two.
You never know, Henry. Lord Semine is merciful. Maybe this whimpering will soften his heart.
Oh, I'm not whimpering. I'm just trying to tell you how it was.
Bollocks! You're full of shit. We don't believe a word he says, Captain.
Semine might be merciful, but whether he'll be in the mood for this, I can't say.
I'm innocent. I swear on my soul.
Is that supposed to soften my heart? Every mention I dragged to the gallows swore on his mother. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was as pure as a driven snow. But this bastard doesn't think twice about his soul. You should be ashamed of yourself.
The captain's right. Only the lowest of the low swears on his mother.
That's right. You always were a piece of shit, Francie.
You piece of shit.
Well, ain't it grand to have you here to explain everything? Now shut your gob, the three of you. Don't want you poisoning the air with the shit you spout.
Well, I can't wait to see what happens to these guys. But this is my stop. Thank you, sir. Take care, sir. I'll come visit you guys soon. I think I actually made a friend today.
And we won't have any problems.
No, we never have any problems. I mean, you have problems. But I don't. Shit. We're eating my soup.
I don't think so.
Hey, don't take all of it. All right. There's someone behind me. There's someone behind me.
Hey! You can't just go and eat our food. Give up!
I give up! First of all, how did he know I took anything? How did he know I took anything? How did he know? How did he know?
You wanted to eat for free, did you, beggar boy?
Yes, I did.
Fact, you know? Food costs money, and it'll cost you double.
No problem. Here you go.
All right, I'll pay. I don't want any trouble.
Now, let's have a look at what you've stolen.
No!
Show me the goods. And if I find anything else on you that doesn't belong to you, I'll confiscate that.
He saw me
too.
through a fucking door, by the way. He saw me through a door.
Anything else on you that doesn't belong to you? In that case, an indulgence will suffice. Now be on your way.
Right, I was just here for soup. I'm not a thief. I'm gonna kill you later, though. What's your name? All right, guard. If that even is your real name. I've got my eyes on you. Papa! Papa, I stopped the bad man.
So, job done. The cart was found and driven to Lord Semine's courtyard.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh. They did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realised they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Semine, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Semine, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the three of you tracked them down? The whole band?
Yes, Papa.
That's right. They were hiding in Apollonia along
and
with
we
the
killed
cart
them.
And the goods.
Indeed. Where else? The bastards. And what about my hands?
I'm not sure. Lord Semine took them and Gules to his courtyard. We'll see how he deals with them.
I'd know what to do with them.
Me too,
Don't worry.
Papa.
I don't think Lord Semine will let them off lightly.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Young Lord Semine's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Truskovitz.
Oh!
What do you think of her?
I think she's the one that has the flower headband on. I've seen her a lot. Never talked to her. Yeah, whatever.
Well, young Semine is marrying her, isn't he? Why would I have my eye on her?
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint would have his eye on her. Looks ain't everything, though. She's got such a sharp tongue on her. I almost feel sorry for young Semine. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Theresa.
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's Teresa. Her uncle owns a mill on the river in Ratai.
A girl from the mill? You want to watch out for them types. You might get caught up in devilry, lad. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family.
True.
So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more so when you're noble-born. Old Semine wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel?
That's right. And that's just the problem.
Do you want me to steal the sword? Is that... No, that's not what it... Wait, steel here and steel here are written differently. We don't... Why don't we have good steel, Papa? Where can I get some?
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You really know your stuff, youngster. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
Where can I get some, Papa?
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out, as it happens. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia, and folks say they saw this interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit has a real Toledo blade.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do understand. But there's a catch.
What's the
Naturally.
catch?
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot recently. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies and blessings. But now he won't see no one. I even heard he made a pact with the devil. And there have been other strange goings-on.
I'm not afraid of him.
With the devil? Why would the hermit make a pact with the devil?
No idea. It might just be old wives' tales.
Well, where can I find him?
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone who goes to a hermit for advice? I know he has a hut.
You know a
somewhere in
lot about
Apollonia,
him, though!
But you'll have to ask the Truskovitz womenfolk if you want to know more.
Okay.
What strange goings-on?
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition. But that's all I know.
Is he summoning ghosts?
I'll try to find out more about the
Demons?
hermit's sword. But in return, you'll get me invited to Semine's wedding.
If it means so much to you, why not? Come and see Betty from the Truskovitz Tavern. She knows all the gossip. You'll definitely tell him more about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it. The best sword in the world isn't worth eternal damnation.
Of course, we are not surprised at all that Betty knows exactly what's going on. We are going to save that adventure for next time, though. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that like button. You can binge the playlist down in the video description. You probably already know that, though. We'll be back again very soon. Good boy, Ed! Oh, we got to feed Ed. We got to feed Ed or people won't like the video. There you go, bud. Come get it. It's rolling. Ed! Good boy!